The mysterious case of Blair Adams has perplexed investigators and true crime enthusiasts for decades. In July 1996, the partially nude body of 31-year-old Canadian resident Robert Dennis Blair Adams was discovered in a parking lot of an under-construction hotel in Knoxville, Tennessee. What makes this case so intriguing is the bizarre sequence of events leading up to his death, his apparent paranoia, and the fact that even after extensive investigation, the murder remains unsolved to this very day. In the days prior to his death, Blair exhibited signs of acute paranoia, believing that someone was pursuing him with the intention of causing harm. Alongside his fears, an inexplicable journey unfolded from British Columbia to Washington State, before eventually meeting his tragic end in Tennessee. Despite the extensive evidence and leads, investigators have yet to identify a possible suspect or motive behind the murder. The case continues to perplex and fascinate those who delve into its chilling and enigmatic details. In July 1996, Blair Adams, a resident of Surrey, British Columbia, suddenly exhibited an acute case of paranoia, believing that someone was trying to kill him. On July 5th, Adams withdrew most of his money from his bank account and emptied his safe deposit box. He then attempted to enter the United States via a ferry from Victoria, British Columbia to Seattle, Washington. Blair was captured on hotel surveillance cameras just hours before his murder. He was dropped off at the Fairfield Inn Hotel while his car was towed to an auto repair shop. The driver later told detectives that Adams didn't appear to be on drugs, but his mind wasn't functioning correctly for some reason. His dead body was found about 12 hours after leaving the hotel. According to investigators, he was severely beaten and possibly even run over. An autopsy revealed that he died from a blow, likely from a crowbar or club, directed to the stomach. One possible theory surrounding Blair Adams' mysterious disappearance and subsequent death revolves around potential mental health issues. Just before his disappearance, Blair exhibited signs of erratic behavior and seemed to be in a constant state of agitation. For instance, he quit his job and purchased a plane ticket to Germany, only to refund it, rent a vehicle, and attempt to travel to the US. His friends and family recall him being extremely paranoid and fearful for his own life. Considering these observations, it's plausible that Blair was suffering from mental health crises. Perhaps he was struggling with undiagnosed mental health concerns such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, or severe anxiety. Any of these conditions might have contributed to his erratic decisions, actions, and eventual fate. Another theory looks at the possibility of a criminal motive behind Blair's disappearance. He was found murdered in a parking lot of an under-construction hotel, with tufts of his hair missing and a strand of hair clutched in his hand. This could indicate that he was a target rather than a victim of a senseless crime. While no definitive connection has been established, there is still the potential that Blair's paranoia may have been justified, and someone indeed had reason to pursue him. It is feasible that a criminal from his past or a complete stranger with malicious intent sought him out. Unfortunately, due to the unsolved nature of this case, we may never know for certain whether Blair's fears were grounded in reality or the result of an unstable mental state. In the mysterious case of Blair Adams, many unusual findings came to light during the investigation. One of the most baffling discoveries was the scattered German, Canadian, and US currency, totaling nearly $4,000 around Adams's body. Adding to the intrigue even further, authorities found gold coins, jewelry, and other valuable items near his body in the Knoxville, Tennessee parking lot where he was discovered. As the investigation progressed, a bizarre international trail emerged. Only a few days prior to his passing, Adams withdrew all the funds from his bank account, retrieved valuable items from a secure deposit box, and exhibited signs of unease, allegedly confiding in a friend about his urgent need to travel to the US for undisclosed reasons. Several witnesses came forward with encounters they had with Adams in the days leading up to his death. Accounts tell of a panicked man, beleaguered by mysterious fears that seemed to drive him across the North American continent. A hotel employee reported that Adams had appeared desperate and afraid, checking in and out just 45 minutes after arriving. A gas station attendant in Knoxville claimed that Adams stopped for assistance, claiming his car keys were misplaced, only for the keys to be found hidden in a compartment of his wallet by the station attendant. Adams' co-workers back in British Columbia divulged that he had exhibited extreme paranoia in the weeks before his disappearance, telling them that someone was trying to harm him. These accounts painted a picture of a man fraught with anxiety and seemingly running from an unknown force. The investigation found no evidence of any tangible threat, leaving the entire case shrouded in a cloud of obscurity. Despite the unusual findings and witness accounts, the cause of Blair Adams' death remains unsolved. His bizarre actions leading up to his demise, scattered currency, and the plethora of unanswered questions continue to captivate the attention of true crime enthusiasts like me and seasoned investigators alike. The mysterious case of Blair Adams left a profound impact on his friends and family. Unable to find closure, they were haunted by the inexplicable events surrounding his death. Adams, a 31-year-old Canadian resident, was known to have a happy disposition and was friendly towards everyone he met. He was a foreman at a construction company and well liked by his co-workers, making his strange behavior in the days leading up to his death even more puzzling. Friends and family noted that Adams had been sober for 2 years and had recently stopped attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. This sudden change in his routine was a source of concern for those who knew him well. Additionally, Adams confided in his mother about rumors being spread about him and repeatedly told friends that someone was trying to kill him. As his paranoia escalated, Adams withdrew all of his savings from his bank and emptied out his safe deposit box containing more than $6,000 in cash. This erratic behavior was a clear indication of distress to his loved ones, who desperately tried to piece together the reasons behind these actions. But despite their efforts, Blair Adams' friends and family were left with more questions than answers after his tragic death. The discovery of Adams' beaten body was accompanied by strange forensic evidence, including a long strand of hair clutched in his hand. The sheer shock of losing him was compounded by the inability to uncover the truth behind his bizarre actions and unsolved murder. While the authorities have not been able to crack the case, they have never given up on finding the truth behind the gruesome fate of Blair Adams. As stated by Sheriff Jimmy J.J. Jones, who was involved with the case back in 1996, the mystery surrounding Adams' murder has never ceased to haunt him. Despite the tireless efforts of investigators, the shocking murder of the 31-year-old Canadian man remains unsolved. The tragic story of Blair Adams, captured by unsolved mysteries, only adds to the profound sense of unease and sorrow that lingers over this case. No stone has been left unturned in the pursuit of justice, but for now, the gruesome death of Blair Adams continues to perplex and haunt the world.